Amanda Erickson here with the coach of basketball, Coach Golden.
Basketball?
Oh, football, I'm sorry.
It's
Football
okay.
coach, Coach Golden. We have a comment from La Universidad de Miami. Hey, Coach, are you going to wear a tie on game day like you did in Temple?
I haven't thought about that yet, and obviously that's not really high on my priorities at this current point in time, but certainly we'll address that here after we get through this spring.
We have a comment from Jeff. What is the agenda for the Coach Golden meet and greet at the basketball game tomorrow?
We've had a couple of meet and greets with different counties. What we've decided to do with Palm Beach County is we're going to take a scrimmage up to Palm Beach County as opposed to them coming down here. So what we're going to do, we've changed our plans a little bit in that we're going to go and bring a scrimmage or a practice up to Palm Beach County so we can meet all the coaches up there prior to that event. So that's going to come out pretty quickly here in our scheduling. But we are still obviously having a pretty big junior day on Sunday with the basketball game.
We have a comment from Casper Kane. How important are donations from alumni in the NFL, MLB, and NBA supporting the athletic program?
Critical. Not just the former players, but any University of Miami alums. It's critical. I mean, we're established first and foremost as an academic institution, as we should be, and a lot of the revenue and money that makes us function comes from private sources and private donations. So it's incredibly important that we continue to have a revenue stream to play the types of sports that we are playing at such a high level. If you look at so many of our different spring sports right now, not just playing their sport, but playing at a very high level, which is what we want to do, and which is kind of the edict from President Shalala is we want to be champions.
Yeah. We have a comment from Ray's Kane. Coach, have you been able to get 8 hours of sleep yet?
But no, I have not been able to get 8 hours of sleep. But we'll get it. We'll get there. We're just, it's just very difficult in the beginning with the transition, but certainly we know it will start to quiet down just a little bit here by June, July.
We have a comment from Rourke. Can you please single-handedly rebuild the Orange Bowl?
Can I rebuild the Orange Bowl? I think it's more important to rebuild the team that played inside the Orange Bowl, and I'll just leave it at that.
We have a comment from JD. Coach G, any chance you take my proposed name for your junior camps, Cat 5, the most lethal type of hurricane there is?
Category 5, huh? I like that. We might have to do something with that, Chris. So, but tell them we appreciate something like that. I like that a lot.
We have a comment from One Love Canes. Coach Golden, will UM let former players who can't work out with their teams because of the NFL lockout work out with the UM team?
Great question. Absolutely, yes. And in fact, we'll be. We've already got probably 25 or 30 guys that are back right now. So that's exciting to have that many guys. Jonathan Vilma came in yesterday, and along with a couple other players, and it was great to see a bunch of guys here. So I'm sure it's for us. It's really nothing out of the ordinary to have NFL players working out in our building. So it's exciting.
We have a comment from KW. How do you make a special teams unit among the nation's best? Do you play starters on special teams?
We do, and for us, we call that our 1/3 principle, and that's basically that for you to be a starter on offense or defense, unless you're one of the linemen, you have to be a starter on one of the special teams. So special teams are vital to our success, and it's a great question, and we are going to place incredible emphasis on that 1/3 of the game.
We have a comment from Number One Kane. Coach, have you brought in any additional strength training staff to the U?
No, we don't need to, because the strength training staff is probably one of the best staffed programs of any college football program already, and they do a wonderful job. So they have a lot of experience. The kids love them. They respond well, and so that's a great question. But we're really well staffed at the strength and conditioning aspects of our football program.
We have a comment from Corey Moe. Coach Golden, what is your opinion of Tate Forcier?
I like Tate, and he's going to give us some maturity there that we need once the 2012 season rolls around. Not this year, but the 2012 season. So we needed to have a little bit more depth at quarterback moving forward, and we needed a little bit more maturity. We just didn't want to bring in a bunch of freshmen. So plus, it's hard to recruit any more than 2 freshmen in any single class. So it really is that getting someone that can transfer in and become a junior with 2 years eligibility is a big deal.
We have a comment from Rick. Are your kids Miami fans? Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. That's all they wear, as a matter of fact, is Miami gear. And my son actually plays in a little t-ball team that's called the Miami Hurricanes. So.
Comment from GC fan Belle Glade. Coach Golden, what presence is the U making in the Glades Pahokee area?
Strong presence. Again, anywhere that's within 2.5 hours of our doorstep, we're going to be in there strong. And we've had several players from both those schools visit already, and we have a couple more visiting this weekend. So those schools are important to us. Those areas are important to us, and we're going to continue to make inroads and really get back to to our foundation in terms of recruiting the local area.
We have a comment from JK Miami. Any plans to increase support and excitement from students?
Well, I hope. I mean, we have a great student body, energetic student body, and obviously it would be great to have tremendous support for all of our athletic venues, not just football. And I think obviously we have to hold up our end of the deal and perform well and make good decisions in the community and comport ourselves a certain way on campus and do all those things. And I think the students will come out and respond very nicely here this fall.
A comment from John. Coach, can we have an all-green uniform set for game day or all orange?
We'll have to research that one. Certainly it's not without question. The way we have so many different pairings as it is now, but we want to get back to being orange and white, most particularly at home, and we'll do that. But there'll be a game or two that we'll venture out and see what the guys want to do, and anything to get the guys fired up.
We have a comment from Tico. Coach, what are your goals for year one?
Well, the goals are, we just happen to be in the team room, so our goals are always in-house goals. So we really don't share our team goals with anybody. So, but I can tell you that our goals are high, our expectations are high, and what's most important is the execution of those goals. So I think that's what people will see more than anything is, are we executing to reach our goals? So the standards are high. We've only come here to do one thing, and that's to win the ACC championship. And obviously, if you win the ACC championship, you have a chance to play in one of the big bowl games. And if you do that, then obviously the ultimate goal is to be a national champion. So our goals aren't going to change much from year to year.
Miami Chris wants to know, is Chantrell Henderson the biggest man you've ever seen?
Absolutely, without question. I was watching him run out there today, just kind of marveled by how well he moves for someone that's 360 pounds. So we just got to make sure his weight doesn't get too crazy. I could tell by the look on your face that you can't believe I just said 360, but he's enormous, and he's not fat. We were talking about it today. He carries it really well. We probably can drop him down a couple of pounds, but he's doing a really good job. He's doing a good job, and people forget that he's a freshman sometimes because he does have such a big body and comes with so many accolades. But we're really excited about Chantrell, and I know he really likes his teammates and wants to do a good job.
We have a comment from KW. What kind of personality does an Al Golden coached team have?
I always say, we want to be smart, tough, disciplined, and passionate team. I mean, that's what we want to be on game day. And sometimes people don't think discipline and passion comes together, but it does come together. And we want to have energy. And we just want to look and play fast on game day. It's really important to me and the staff that we play with a lot of energy and that we play fast and play with enthusiasm and love the game. I want a team that looks like they love each other and they love playing the game.
One Love Canes wants to know what assistants have been assigned to the Dade, Broward, and Palm Beach for recruiting.
Dade, Broward, and Palm Beach. That's an easy one. All of them. All 9 of our coaches are within 2 hours, and that's something that we've doubled up the amount of people that we wanted in those areas from last year. And so it's really important, as we call that area the I, and it's really important that we get back to cultivating those relationships and having a lot of our coaches in those areas.
The Big Lebowski Kane wants to know, how would you compare or contrast your job at Temple to your job at the U?
Well, I would compare it by large media market. Obviously, anytime you're in a large media market, you're in a city with pro teams and things of that nature, and you learn how to recruit inner city schools, and which is a little bit different than recruiting in rural areas. So I think all of those things had prepared me for this job. So, and then to contrast it would be there's very few campuses in America that can rival this campus, and it's a lot different than North Philadelphia campus. It just, everybody thinks Miami. If you're from the north or maybe out west, you think Miami's in the city. It's really not. It's in one of the most beautiful cities in Coral Gables in the country, and it's a little bit different than our urban setting that we had at Temple.
Comment from Dan F. I hear you're an avid recruiter. Do you like to judge high school talent?
I do. I think there's nothing more central to having a championship team or turning a program around than the acquisition and development of talent. So we can have all the systems we want. We have great coaches. But at the end of the day, it's always going to come down to talent and developing that talent and making sure they execute the things that you want them to do. So from that standpoint, recruiting is the backbone of any program.
Comment from NYC Kane. Can you throw up the U? Welcome, Coach.
There you go. Thank you.
Comment from Swag. Can we use the 80s, 90s template for jerseys?
For the jerseys, we can't do anything right now because the jerseys have been ordered so long ago. But I'm listening to every one of those 1,500 thoughts about what jersey to wear and what color and all that. So we're filing those away for a later day. But we will certainly keep in mind what people want out there and entertain
old
that.
School jerseys.
Old school jerseys are hot, it sounds like.
JK Miami wants to know, which unit on the team has excited you the most?
Which unit on the team has excited me the most? To date, I would say probably, that's a good one, probably the offensive line.
Okay, we have a question from Dayu. Coach Golden, can I come for a U-Tough workout? CrossFit is getting boring. Love what you're doing. The fan base is 110% behind you.
Well, that's great. I mean, we have to get a physical before we allow you to come out there. And I would personally need to see a waiver signed by you, but we would love to have you come out sometime.
U305 Swagger says, Coach, thanks for being candid and accessible during your first few months. We appreciate it.
Thank you, and thank you for your support. We appreciate you guys.
And Kane's Pundit wants to know, Coach, do you foresee a running back by committee approach, or will you lean heavily on Lamar Miller?
I think it's always going to be not by committee, so to speak, but it's going to be competition. And whoever practices and prepares the best will start the game, and whoever performs the best in the game will finish the game. That's not going to change. And if they haven't heard that before, they're going to keep hearing it all spring. And it's really important, for us to make sure that we're constantly competing at every position, and running back position is no different.
Comment from Travis Benjamin's hair. Coach, has the staff started scouting ACC opponents?
We have not yet. That's something that we'll do here in the spring, and then most importantly, we'll really pay attention to that in June. But right now, we're really more focused on our team and getting ready for spring ball. Spring ball starts 2 weeks from tomorrow, so it's really moving quickly. I see Whip out here. I mean, I'm sure he'll tell you the same thing. It's the transition. Everything's happened so quickly, and we'll be on the field 2 weeks from tomorrow.
From Todd, 2 years ago on Facebook, I posted, "Please, Al Golden, come to Miami." Wow, thanks. And Justin from Chicago wants to know, this is the last question, how helpful is your sports psychology degree in motivating your players on the recruiting trail?
Well, I think it's something to ask the players, but again, as we start to go down this path of getting to know each other better and actually getting into practices, I hope it's going to be useful. It has been useful for me. That coupled with the experience, I think, is why I'm so excited to be here. So from that standpoint, I think it has been useful and will continue to be useful.
Okay, that's it for Coach Golden. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you, and thank you to everybody out there for your support and your participation today.